Hey, this is BT. What's going on? This is BT's MotoGP review for Catalunya. Sorry it's so late. I'm working. I know it doesn't look like it. I'm in a nice place. I can't tell you where I'm at because I'm on some old Jason Bourne shit, undercover. You know, taking out ISIS. You know, doing that kind of stuff. Let me get on to it because I gotta get ready to go. They're gonna go off and leave me. But here's the deal. The race, let's talk about the race. Catalunya, man, it was hot. It was good racing. I mean, the Spanish people, they support racing. God bless you guys for that. I wish Americans did what the Spanish people do. God bless you guys. You have like unemployment of like, what, 20%? Y'all still go to races? That's great. You gotta have priorities, you know? Who needs a job when you got MotoGP coming, right? You'll find the money somewhere, jump over a fence, whatever. Hey, let's get to it. Man, let's start with Moto3 as always. Moto3, hey man, you know what? I know you guys get sick of hearing me talk about it, but I'm just gonna get to it. Danny Kent's gonna win the championship. He really is. I mean, he's got the bit between his teeth, as Nick Harris would say. He's got the bit between his teeth. But Danny Kent raced another brilliant race. I think the rider of the race goes. I like what Bastianini did. The Beast, Ian Nyan, Bastianini, the Beast. When he wins his first race, you watch. He's gonna win. I mean, he's gonna reel off a couple wins. He's like. I don't know if you guys ever talk, like, you know how a guy waits to lose his virginity, and once he does, he's a different kind of man? Everybody knows that. You know, like, you're like, oh, I can't wait to lose my virginity. Then all of a sudden, you're a little different. Even the girls go, hey, what's going on? And you're like, hey, what's going on? But before, you're like, hey, what's going on? That's how it's going to be with Bastianini. Once he wins his first race, he's going to reel off a couple races. He raced a great race. He screwed up a couple times, and Danny Kent, being the elder statesman, that's a pretty good statement. The elder statesman, he did what he had to do and won the race. Congratulations to Danny Kent. Move on to Moto2. Moto2 actually had the best race of the whole season. Moto2. I thought Tito. If Tito doesn't run wide, Tito wins races. And what did Tito do? Tito ran wide and he lost the race. You got to give it to Zarco, man. Zarco might win his championship. Zarco's always been there, but he's always screwed up. Zarco's won 2 races now, and what I tell you, once you lose your virginity, you become a whole new man. And once he won that first race, look, he's won his second race. He's doing backflips. That's what losing your virginity does to you. Anyway, so Zarco, what'd he do? Won that second race. Props to him. Props to Alex Rins. Alex Rins, I'm telling you, man, Alex Rins, once he dies, I like to have one more year in Moto2, and Alex Rins goes MotoGP. And by then, I think KTM is coming up by then. I love Alex Rins. I love the guy. I love how he slipped up and said the F word on live MotoGP. He said the F word. Said, oops, sorry. Loved it. So anyway, let's move on to MotoGP. MotoGP, the theme of this race was I'm going to call it the Humpty Dumpty race. You know why? Because they all fell down and broke their crown. I watched this race in a restaurant, and I almost said the F word myself when I saw what Marquez did. I love the kid. I don't know what's going on with Honda. Now he's pressing. If you notice Marquez, no matter what he does, even when he's winning races and he's got the bit between his teeth, he presses. And actually, you know what he should do? He should go to Lorenzo and say, hey, I could have wrecked you. You know, right? So you're welcome. If you saw that, man, he did Lorenzo a favor because he was going to run into Lorenzo, and he let up and he went to the gravel pit. I mean, seriously, he could have wrecked him. I think the old Marquez would have been like, but and you know, he gave the interview. And he tries to keep a good head. He just looks different in the paddock. If you watch him in the paddock, Marquez looks a little different. He looks a little harried, a little rushed. I feel for the kid, man. I know some of you guys are watching. You don't really like Marquez. Hey, man, I love the guy. Because no offense to Lorenzo, but I mean, it was great watching Rossi try to catch Lorenzo. But I mean, the race was kind of like a parade, basically. So, and Marquez always makes things a little bit better. He's like ketchup. He makes things just a little bit better. And him being out, man, it broke my heart. So we'll see what happens. Season's not over yet. You never know what's going to happen because, hey, I wrote Lorenzo off first 2 races of the year. Now look at him. So he's 1 point behind Rossi. Props to Rossi. If Rossi's like, you know, Rossi's like, he's literally like, he's like the old man of racing because it takes him a while to get started. You know, when you wake up, anybody that's over 35 knows what I'm talking about. You know, you wake up, you're like, and it takes you a while to get going, and then once you get going, you're good. But it takes you a while to get going. That's what Rossi's like. Qualifies on the 3rd row. Once he gets his race pace, hey, man, they're already like 2 seconds ahead of him. So, you know, once his bones get to going, hey, man, they're already ahead. So Rossi's racing great. It's just, it takes him a while to get warmed up, you know. So, great props to Rossi. Like I said, he's just the old guy, man, trying to catch up with the young guys. He's still good though, man. Ross, he just needs to start off a little quicker. But it's hard for old guys to start off quicker. You know, maybe take some Metamucil. I don't know. Whatever it takes to get there. The Suzuki's, props to the Suzuki's for starting 1 and 2. But man, they got swallowed up like Jaws. Like Jaws. I mean, Alicia Spargo, Maverick Vinales, I don't know what happened. That long straightaway, they would do better off if the straightaway was like a quarter mile. If it was a drag strip straightaway, they'd do a lot better. But man, that long straightaway, they got sucked up by everybody. I mean, yeah, it was like the Linda Lovelace race because they got sucked up by everybody. I mean, but I thought it was a great race. Maverick Vinales, great race. He came back, finished, what, 6th? Behind Bradley Smith. Bradley Smith ran a great race. He had known it. For those guys starting back as far as he did, I thought he ran a great race. Aleix, I don't know what happened to Aleix. He was pushed. Home race, he and his brother, I think they push sometimes a little too much, but they got to push. I mean, that's what it's all about, right? So anyway, I mean, I hate to rush this. I got to get ready to go. Aston, I can't wait for Aston. I just might go to Aston. I don't know if I am or not. But anyway, thanks you guys for watching. I got to hurry this up because I got to catch my ride as I'm leaving this tropical place. Like I said, I'm on some old Jason Bourne shit, which means there's somebody out there. So thanks for watching. I hope I got new fans. I hope you guys like this one and the race review. Like I said, I love Catalunya. It's a great race. The Spanish fans are great. Props to Rossi. Rider of the race, I'm going to have to say it goes to Zarco. I'm going to get to Johan Zarco. He fought back. And he won on the last lap. You can't beat that, man. A great Moto2 race. So props to Johan Zarco. Props to Inaya Bastianini, but Danny Kent's going to win the championship. Inaya Bastianini, what'd I tell you? Lose that virginity, he's going to win. And MotoGP, props to Lorenzo. He and Rossi going neck and neck. I think it's going to be great, but don't count out Marquez once they get it dialed in. And props to Pedrosa. Oh, excuse me. Props to Pedrosa. He finally got a podium. Good for him. I think it's good for Pedrosa. A lot of people don't like Pedrosa. Hey, man. God bless the guy. He got a podium. So good for him. Good for Honda. I got to go. I know it's short and sweet, but I hope you guys liked it. I'll talk to you guys from Assen or about the Assen race, all right? Talk to you later. Peace!